Hello, everybody. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Amber accusing ex-Tommy of lying about whether or not she got kicked out of Tommy's house. It's an exciting time to be alive. I feel like a girl of 2021 again. I just did not get to this past week. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about some foodie beauty drama, and I'm going to hopefully prove to you once and for all that I am blocked from Amber's chat. We are going to show some receipts. So, foodie beauty drama as well. Foodie beauty, when will you come back to reality? Probably never. All right, if you could not tell already by this ridiculous intro, everything I'm saying is just for entertainment purposes only. I'm just sharing my own opinions, not facts, and publicly accessible information, first made public by public figures. Please do not go to these people's channels and leave mean-spirited, negative, disparaging comments, entertainment purposes only. Before we get started, I wanted to address something that I promised my audience I would address. So recently, Amber has been saying that I am not blocked from her chat, which is clearly a blatant lie. Amber blocked me in 2021, which I have no problems with. I respect her boundaries. She can continue to keep me blocked. I'm not asking to be unblocked. But over the last few months, especially, Amber has continuously brought up that I personally, she names me by name. This is a vocabulary channel. She names me by name.
Thanks for nothing.
She has continuously said that I personally am not blocked, which is a blatant lie. Now, she has either muted me, I've seen the comments of people saying that, or she's blocked out my name in the blocked words list, or she has muted me for the time of the duration of her live streams. Whichever one it is, she has blocked me. And the reason that I bring it up is because Amber keeps bringing it up first and lying, so I keep responding with the truth. Now, in my last video, I had shown you something that I had commented on her last live stream. And a lot of you wrote in my comment section saying, because I used the word rarity and Amber has admitted that the word rarity is a blocked word, that's why my comment didn't show up and she didn't actually block me. That is incorrect. I totally realize that a lot of people do not watch every single video I upload, and that is why I'm doing this. 2 weeks ago, I had uploaded this video when her member live streams were just members only, and nobody could see them unless they were a member. In that live stream 2 weeks ago, I commented the following things in her chat. Amber, you are lying. You blocked me years ago. How come no one can see my message? And then I commented this. Amber, you clearly blocked me. Why are you lying? LMAO. Both of these comments that I left in her live stream 2 weeks ago did not show up. Not a single person saw them, and nobody responded to me. Therefore, this clearly shows you that I have been blocked for a very long time. I understood that a lot of you thought that, hey, just because I word the word rarity last time and, she blocked the word rarity, that's why. No, I can understand why you think that. So that's why I wanted to make this super, super, super clear. I clearly have proof going back weeks. And by the way, I've done this throughout the last 6 months that she has been doing members only live streams that were not open to the public. I can find those other screenshots, but I don't think there's any reason. I have commented sporadically throughout the last 6 months, having nothing to do with rarity. As you just saw these two screenshots, my comments never show up. She is lying. She blocked me. I don't care that she showed the hidden users list or whatever. She blocked my name out in the hidden words, and more than likely I saw somebody say this in the comment section, so your comment did not go unnoticed. I understand the person said that they worked in this type of field or whatever. I understand she's probably muting me each stream. I get it. Any type of way, Amberlynn is a pathological manipulator and liar. She wants to use semantics. Oh, I don't have you as a hidden user, but deep down inside, she mutes me every stream or whatever the case may be. I'm going to leave you off with this statement for hopefully the last time. If she stops talking about me not being blocked, I'll stop talking about it. Okay. So hopefully this is for the last time. She brings it up again. I'm going to bring it up again. If I was not muted or blocked from Amberlynn Reed streams, my comments would show up. And they're not, because she blocked me in 2021 and has not unmuted me, has not unblocked me. She's showing you some type of nonsense. She clearly mutes me or blocks me in some type of way. And one more point. for the last time, hopefully. This is not about her blocking me. I'm good being blocked. Please don't unblock. Just can you please, Amber, stop lying about me not being muted, about you not blocking out my name, and about me not being blocked on your channel? Because I clearly am. One more time. If I wasn't blocked on her channel, you would see my comments. Why do you keep lying about it? One more point. Somebody had asked me this, and I'll just address it one more time. Somebody said, you said, they're talking about me, that I canceled my membership. I did. I still had perks until July 27th. That is why I could comment. Okay. That's why. So I didn't get to this yet. In Amber's first public live stream, she was talking and somebody sent a super chat stating this: nah, you wanted to stay longer in Wisconsin. So this is about Tommy's statement that Tommy made, Amber's ex Tommy made on Instagram, stating, don't blame my dog. He doesn't deserve that. He's the sweetest old boy and a big baby. Blame the person, aka Amberlynn Reed, who, in quotation marks, lost her, meaning Rarity, the day I told her to go back to Oklahoma. So basically, Tommy is stating that Amberlynn conveniently lost her cat Rarity the day that Tommy asked Amber to go back to Oklahoma. Okay. So this is how Amber responded to this. She says, I did not, honey. I did not. I left on my own accord. But you know what? I truly don't want to get into this whole thing because I have promised myself that I wouldn't, and I have to stick to this. So I just also want to make it known right now, if anyone sends me a super chat that makes me feel uncomfortable, aw, Pookie, makes you feel uncomfortable, you're working 2 hours a week. I don't care what you're uncomfortable with. I appreciate your super chat so much. If I do not respond to it, the is what she actually said. Talk to your bank, figure out a way to get your money back. So basically, she's also telling you, if you send her a super chat that makes Pookie uncomfortable, also known as, aka, you say the truth about Pookie Reed, then she actually is not going to answer the super chat, take it, and you can take it up with your bank. If you're seriously sending her super chats to tell her something negative, I mean, I'm not going to be able to change your mind, but please, I still have to say, please don't. She personally, in my opinion, like, I don't think that she deserves $1 from YouTube. I think what she's doing is not work. I think she's a scammer. I think she has been scamming her audience for 6 months. And I think she's scamming her audience now and breaching her contract. She doesn't provide anything. Think about it. What are the perks if she lets people talk publicly in the live stream at the end, but people are paying $10 a month to speak to her in the live stream, but yet she's letting everybody speak in the live stream towards the end? What's the point of paying that? And now she's going to have two tiers, $5, $4.99, and $10 for the same thing. Why would anybody pay that? Okay, she's a scammer. Moving right along. That's my opinion, and I'm 100 on it. So this is where Amber is calling Tommy a liar. So Tommy is saying that she asked Amber to leave. She asked Amber to leave Wisconsin and go back to Oklahoma, and that's the day that she lost Rarity. And Amber says, she has said before, by the way, that Tommy's lying, but this clearly implies that Tommy is lying because she is saying, I left on my own accord, but I'm not going to talk about that. Okay, let's discuss Amberlynn Reed actually leaving on her own accord. First of all, you clearly did not leave on your own accord. You refused to take an airplane, even though you, adult, 34-year-old person, are able to travel by plane. It would just be a few hours. You can buy yourself a ticket, purchase yourself a ticket, or however many, whatever you need, just like Foodie Beauty does. All right, Foodie Beauty travels all the time, everywhere. She flies to Syria, she flies to Kuwait. She's in a way worse situation than you, Amberlynn Reed. And she flies everywhere. Okay, she literally flies everywhere, but you refuse. Okay, that's your choice. You need to be chauffeured around, even though you can afford your plane tickets, you can, afford to go there, whatever. You refused to take an airplane. So your mommy had to chauffeur you for 20 hours there, and Tommy had to chauffeur you back. So when you say, just on that level alone, when you say, I left on my own accord, this is a blatant lie. People have to drive you places. And no, I'm not going to hear this, oh my God, I don't drive. Fabulous. I'm not hating on you for that. I'm okay with you not driving, Pookie. Why don't you just take an airplane like the rest of us, like the adults that we all are, and stop forcing people to stop their lives to drive you 20 hours? Do you think that Tommy, a person with a career and, a full life, really had the time to drive you 20 hours? And the same as your mommy and stepdaddy. Okay. So when you say you left on your own accord, you did not, because you required required assistance that you demanded from your mom and your ex-girlfriend Tommy, you didn't need to travel like that. You could have easily purchased a plane ticket and went home the way that Foodie Beauty has been doing it all the time. I want to know why Foodie Beauty's not asking people to drive her for 40 hours. Okay. So, no, you did not leave on your own accord, but that's just the tip of the Kermit, okay? That's just the tip of the iceberg. Let's talk about the reality here. Tommy is saying that she asked Amber to leave, and we did discuss this before, okay? But since Amber wants to answer these super chats, okay? Tommy's saying I asked her to leave and she lost Rarity on that day. Do I believe that that's exactly how it happened? Yes, I believe Tommy over Amber. Amber monetizes content stating like 5 to 6 times that she lied, never mind of all the lies that we have caught Amber in. Amber's a pathological deceiver. Tommy is probably saying what actually happened. So, do you believe, Tommy, that she asked Amber to leave Wisconsin and go to Oklahoma? Or do you believe Amber that she left on her own accord? I believe Tommy, not just because Amber is a pathological deceiver. Here's the other main reason that I believe Tommy over Amber. So, Amber, you can accuse Tommy of being a liar all the time and for the rest of your life, but you clearly are the one that's deceiving. If you remember, when Amber was living in Wisconsin, she was barely filming. She took a month off. She was crying every single time she was on camera. She was visibly upset. Even the day that she, quote unquote, lost Rarity, she said she had all these things in her mind. What was in her mind? Obviously, Tommy asking her to leave. And when Amber came back home, everybody in the community had this feeling, it was palpable, that Tommy asked her to leave. Amber denied it. Now Tommy's saying that she did ask her to leave. You did not leave on your own accord. Also, one more point. This is really important in my opinion. So she went over there with way too many things and she took all her pets. And she said it was an extended stay that was, overly extended by her losing Rarity. We already discussed this many, many times. My opinion on Rarity is I think that Rarity's disappearance is under suspicious circumstances as far as Amber is concerned. That is my opinion and I'm allowed to have it. I think it's suspicious that every single time Amberlynn Reed needs a cat to like go away, a cat disappears. She needed to, get a new kitten, Wasabi, when she was living with Destiny because her like pet limit at her apartment had been met, and by magic Gracie ran away on Amber's watch, and then she could adopt Wasabi, get Wasabi, buy Wasabi, whatever. Now she wanted to stay at Tommy's longer. Tommy asked her, please leave. But Amber, in my opinion, it's very palpable. It's obvious, wanted to stay longer. And by accident, oh, Tommy, can I stay longer? My cat is missing here. Oh, and by the way, whatever happened to you and Tommy saying that you're never going to stop looking for Rarity? It's just, honestly, it's sad that this cat had to, be in this situation, may no longer be with us. Hopefully somebody adopted her. I don't know. But it's just sad what you do to your pets over your love life of internet strangers that claim you temporarily and then dump you. Rinse, lather, here we are. Bottom line is this. Amber went over there with way too many possessions and all of her pets because, in my opinion, she thought that she could move in. She's done that before with other exes. She would, like go over there, try to temporarily stay, and then move in. And it wasn't going to work with Tommy because Tommy didn't want you to move in. I 100% believe you did not leave on your own accord. You were obviously asked to vacate the premises, Pookie, because, as you said, you and Tommy had a soft and gentle love. So you accusing Tommy of lying isn't going to work here. Thoughts, comments, dislikes, leave them in the comment section. More things I wanted to discuss that I haven't gotten around to yet about the 2 live streams that she did. In one of the live streams, she said that she would love to have a podcast with Eric. Everyone knows how much your roommates did not care for you. Beck exposed how much you all fought, how they didn't care for you. It's so amazing to me that after all these years, she still says she would have a podcast with Destiny, who does not care for you. Amber recently admitted this. Eric, who does not care for you. How can you possibly want to go back to people who have clearly had a bunch of disdain for you? Always the bridesmaid, never the Kermit, Pookie. Okay, second thing I want to say really quickly. So she says that she's not going to show her blocked words list because of doxing. First of all, Amberlynn Reed has doxed a bunch of different people in her life. For example, her urologist office, but I digress. So what she means by that, do you know what she means by that? That means that she must have put people's real names and people's addresses in her blocked words list. More than likely, people know her address and sometimes like to write it out. And when they write it out, it goes to her like blocked words and it never shows up on her channel. You know what I think? I think all of this is a lie. I think the reason that she doesn't want to show you her blocked words list is exactly that. She doesn't want you to see that my name is in the blocked words list, that other people's are in the blocked words list. It's not because of doxing. You doxed a whole bunch of people, Pookie Reed. Okay, let's move on to Foodie Beauty's outrageous community page posts. All right, so every time annoying people come into my chat claiming some dumb BS Google theory from an obvious girl world reactor, I usually let it go or say something about it and move on. But this time I decided to reach out to a YouTube rep and ask them directly if it is indeed illegal to earn revenue on my channel while in Syria because someone was spewing some ignorant nonsense about me losing revenue because I cannot earn in Syria. Well, as it so happens, as per verification from an actual YouTube employee and not some ignorant, pompous channel, I can indeed continue to earn as per usual. Why? Well, that's because I am a resident of Canada legally. Even if I was in a country for a long period of time, I could lose some benefits from Canada, but not at all as long as I still have some ties to Canada, which I do, and which I will not tell strangers on the net about. Even if I become a resident of another country, which is not the case with Syria, Canada allows for dual residency. Again, and I will say this for the millionth time, all of these things are no one's business, whatever happened to simply just watching the content. Okay, so she then shows a very frivolous conversation with a YouTube rep in which she does not explain her scenario fully, honestly, or truthfully. Okay, this person that you're talking to, Chantal, or shall I say cutie, if you don't know why some people call Chantal cutie, it's because she has enough audacity to tell us that her aunt called her cutie. So now I call her cutie because that's your nickname. Okay. So cutie, this person doesn't know anything about you, this YouTube rep. You're not representing your situation properly. Okay. If you look at what she is saying, feel free to peruse this little statement that she posted on her community page, this little conversation. Basically, what she's telling the person is, I'm visiting Syria. Can I still earn revenue even though I'm not, a resident of Syria, even though I live in another country? And the person's like, of course you could still earn. Chantal, here's the main problem that I see with you. We do know that she is currently paying off the taxes that she never paid while she was living in Canada. But this next part is the most important part. She is not currently paying taxes anywhere for anything that she's earning. That's my personal opinion. I want to see proof that you're not just paying off your taxes for the past. Are you paying your taxes for all the years you lived in Kuwait and earned money and whatever you're earning in Syria? Because you're actually supposed to be paying taxes in Canada. I don't believe that you are. Everything that you're showing in this community page post is called smoke and mirrors. It isn't true. Now, I want to focus on this. Notice what she says in her community page post because she's feeling guilty. People talk about what they think about. She mentions how even if she doesn't live in Canada for a long time, she could lose some things, some perks about living in Canada, right? Some rights, but she still has ties to Canada and she won't tell you how. Okay, obviously your big tie to Canada is your family lives there and you visit Canada, 4 times a year for like a week? Wow. Okay. Here's the bottom line. Canada needs to be informed to take away your free insurance. That's honestly my opinion. And all of your rights, because I don't care if you're a legal citizen of Canada. You don't actually live there. She knows what I'm saying is true, what I just said that when I said this statement. That's why she's feeling guilty. That's why she's talking about this topic. Of course, you're supposed to be stripped of most of your, little perks like that you have living in Canada because you're not. When are you paying the taxes in Canada? For the last few years, you were living in Kuwait. She was living in Kuwait full time and running to like Thailand and once in a while running to Canada for a week here and there. You were like a resident of Kuwait and now you're a resident of Syria. You won't even leave even though everything you have in your life is at stake and you still will stay with that guy that, by the way, in the new live stream told her she needs to wash her hands and she didn't even want to. I'm sure that amazing romantic life you have with him is phenomenal if you won't even brush your teeth. For those of you that don't know, she wasn't brushing her teeth for weeks. Just the fun ever started. Then she got a toothbrush. So toothbrush should have been number one on your list. And she doesn't even want to wash her hands. But everything's going amazing. Anyways, my point here is this. I personally don't care about this whole earning money in Syria, earning money in Kuwait, but you're bringing it up and saying that an ignorant, somebody is ignorant, somebody's saying this on their channel. Chantal, you're not even, my guess here, my opinion, what I believe is that you're not paying taxes in Canada for the last few years that you've been earning in Kuwait and now. I think you're just paying off, for those of you that are maybe confused, for those of you that don't know. Chantal Marie, Foodie Beauty, Everyday Miriam, Cutie, did not pay taxes when she was living in Canada and working on YouTube. And so therefore she's paying back what she owes. Yeah, I know, outrageous. Honestly, you deserve to be in jail for your, not paying of your taxes. My opinion is there's no way that she is paying taxes in Canada for the last bunch of years that she was living in Kuwait and now in Syria. She's only doing the paybacks of the things that she owes beforehand. That's why she feels so guilty, in my opinion. That's why she's sitting here and telling you, well, I could lose some rights, but I still have ties to Canada. What ties to Canada do you have? Coming somewhere for a week and not being a citizen and not paying current taxes there, in my opinion, doesn't and shouldn't make you a citizen. I know she still is a legal citizen, but that's because they're not aware, and they should be, that she is constantly not in the country. Keep posting pointless conversations with a YouTube rep when you don't even tell them the truth. This whole nonsense about whatever happened to people watching my videos and, sort of like not commenting or whatever nonsense she wants, not judging, not whatever. Look, you have a YouTube channel that is based on your life. You lie all the time about everything in your life. You mislead your audience. How can you now want people to not judge it? Here's the thing. You and Hans Christian Amberlynn over there, both of you decided to have vlog style living videos, right? Meaning like you're showing about your life. Your content is about you and what you're doing. I understand that both of you, I'm sorry, as Hans Christian and Boleyn would say, both of you really regret this, but it's too late now. People are going to judge anything you show them on YouTube. If you show them a frog, like a Kermit doll, they're going to judge that. If you talk to them about your life, they're going to judge that. This is just the way things are. And this next one is my favorite. Hi guys, I noticed the likes on my videos and posts are way up compared to when I do drama or mukbangs, and I want to thank you guys for the positive encouragement. I plan on bringing out more vlog style videos in the future. No, she won't. We have been away, so I wasn't able to go live, but I will have a cooking video very soon. Appreciate you all and wish you the best. First thing I want to say about this is she actually left Julia, her beloved cat, if you believe that. I have a very large bridge of Kermits to sell you, alone for hours, and she went out with Salaf or whatever nonsense. I don't really care. He got something done with his toe. He did this. I don't care. Okay. You, Chantal, should not be having a cat for various different reasons. How you mistreated all your other cats and how you mistreated Julia, how you didn't even help Julia for years. But anyways, so she's saying that she is getting more likes compared to when she does drama. Okay. Let's just take a look at how many likes and dislikes she's getting. Okay, she has one live stream that has a lot of likes and almost as many dislikes, but more likes than dislikes. Everything else, she has 1,000 dislikes, more dislikes than likes. I have a question for you and Hans Christian Amberlynn. Why do you guys think that that's what matters? Amber also is very obsessed with likes and dislikes. Why? Why do you care so deeply about likes versus dislikes when you're ruining your whole lives? Do you think artificial likes from people that already dislike like your content matters? Anyways, rinse lather, here we are. It's always the same story. Things never change because things don't change. Okay, it's like the same story. Chantal, if you don't leave Syria now, you will never leave Syria. And the outrageousness of you putting this man first in your life instead of you and your family is amazing to me. Couldn't happen to a nicer person, cutie. Thoughts, comments, dislikes, leave them in the comments down below. What do you think about this video? Thank you all so very much for watching today. Definitely appreciate your time. Check out this other video that's popping up here. It's on a similar topic. And I want to thank you for your time. Let me know what you thought about this video, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.